Um, yeah, but that's what I see. But I did hear some concerns from the agents that hey, some deals were falling apart because maybe the borrowers couldn't qualify; they were maximized on debt to income and stuff like that. But I haven't seen it personally, but that's the feedback I've gotten from some of the agents. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's not surprising. I mean, I would say that the difficulty level of the typical transaction seems to be higher than usual. There's just there's moving pieces. One thing that we didn't talk about this in the prep, but that's come up and it came up recently was and this is not going to impact your and most areas we have a pretty stable market. And it's funny, we had an appraisal done on a kind of a specialty niche program, no income verification type of a loan, where the appraisal that got done, the appraiser indicated on one section of the appraisal, hey, this is a stable market, and then on another section of the appraisal said that the market was slightly declining. And in some certain of these specialty loan programs, if there's a note on the appraisal that the market is in a declining market, then they may impose restrictions on the amount of money that can get lent. And so sometimes you have to put a little bit more money down and determine that the market is declining. Most of the areas, the market is more stable than declining, although you could have some pockets, some condos or something, where
Yeah.
that market, that little micro market is declining. Um,
Right.
um,
But this is a specialty loan, right? This isn't your, Fannie, Freddie, FHA, VA
Correct.
type thing. Right,
Correct.
right.
This was like a really like a no income verification loan.
Right.
And so that particular loan, hey, in that market, we're going to have you put a little bit more down
Yeah.
than what we normally would make you do. So yeah, so that's another layer of of stuff that's going on. So
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, the
but
agents, when they see these deals, 'cause I've had agents ask me, is that, oh, hey, I'm getting an offer. It's a non-QM. What does that mean? So this is
yeah.
when you do a non-QM loan. Hey, listen, these are private investors. Basically, they have their own guidelines. They might have some restrictions if you're in a declining market. And was this in our Tri-County area, Craig? Or
It was on the outskirts of the Tri-County area. I think it was up in it might have been the Loxahatchee area or something like that.
okay,
And honestly, and when I consulted with one of our staff appraisers, not our staff appraisers, but one of our appraisers on our panel that we normally deal with, that was it's not his. And he asked me to look at that part of the appraisal that I was saying on the one section. If he based on the numbers, he says, hey, that's subjective, but to him, that's a stable